Have you ever wondered what words like Limerence or Mumpsimus or Crepuscular look like? Stay tuned, and we will find out what they mean and what Midjourney thinks these words look like. Hello, my name is Thane and I like to experiment with all kinds of AI technologies. For today, I went and asked some totally random and obscure words from ChatGPT. I then took several of those words and prompted them in Midjourney in a few different ways. Those were the default style in the current version of Midjourney, and it is 5.2 at the time of making this video. Then the -- style raw version of the current 5.2 version of Midjourney. After that, I prompted some random styles for the default style until I came upon one that I kind of liked. And then I did the same for the raw style. All of these images probably don't look anything amazing, but there were some nice style codes that you may want to try out yourself if you like them as well. And obviously Midjourney probably doesn't really recognize any of these words, but it was fun to try them out regardless of the outcome. There are some interesting and surprising interpretations that again show the connections between the words that Midjourney does understand. I feel like they are kind of phonetically similar sounding or similar enough if something is really hard to interpret. So the prompts will be just the words themselves, nothing more except all the parameters. -- seed 777 is to lock it in place, so you can leave it out freely in your prompts unless you really want to generate the exact same thing as I did or something really close. It depends on the speed of the compute resources that you end up with, and it differs between the relaxed, fast, and turbo modes. I have used aspect ratio with -- AR9 to 16, because it's just a personal preference of mine and I can fit 4 grids of images side by side with it. Also, I have used the stylize value with -- stylize 1000. It is the maximum value and I have set it only for the images with style codes to really emphasize what the style code does. So before we look at the obscure words and the images they produce, I would like you to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. There's so much to discover, and I would like to take you with me on this journey. Absquatulate. Meaning, to leave abruptly. The default style and raw style look pretty much what one would expect from version 5. I really liked this style code for the non-raw. It's delicate light pink and white, contrasted with black and vintage with lots of flowers. I had a hard time finding a raw style I liked for this word, so I ended up with this one, which is kind of interesting with the white lines on black background. Cacophony. Meaning, a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. I do think I have prompted this before and showcased it in one of my previous videos, but it is really interesting and chaotic. It actually might be the only word that somewhat pictures the meaning of the word. Also, both the style codes looked interesting to me. I like the colors for the non-raw style code, but I really like the detailed drawn look of the raw style code the most. Dactylion. Meaning, the tip of the middle finger. And it's obviously not that. But Midjourney seems to be seeing just the lion part of the word, so we get a lot of lions. I like how the default style has turned out with this. And the non-raw style code has some really intense colors and flowers there too. It's an interesting style code. The raw style code looks nice too. We have some cartoon-like lions there. Ecdysiast. Meaning, a person who performs striptease. The word itself is a little bit controversial, definitely something I had not heard before. But Midjourney does not know this word, and instead brings up a fantasy theme with this word. The non-raw styles seem to be doing architecture. And the raw styles do some logos, apps, and the style code for raw seems to be attempting some book cover looking images. So yeah, even though these style codes aren't looking their absolute best with this word, they may evolve to something better when different words or word combinations are used. Hippocampus. meaning a part of the brain associated with memory and spatial navigation. But also I found out that it is the Latin name of a seahorse. So that's why we're getting seahorses in all of the images. I like the version 5.2 interpretation of marine life and underwater things. The non-raw style code gives us painted industrial-looking seahorses with really ornate details. And the raw style code this time has some sketches or blueprints of seahorses. Jentacular, meaning pertaining to breakfast. Not sure how these images are related to breakfast in any way. But the raw styles interestingly are creating some stylish and good-looking men with this word. The raw style code seems to be more emo or punk though, but still handsome. And non-raw style code looks like an interesting dot and circle swirly style. Limerence, meaning the state of being infatuated with another person. But lime is the part that Midjourney seems to recognize. So we get either lime color or limes or both. The raw style code seems to turn the limes into lemons though. Mumpsimus, meaning a stubborn person who insists on making an error in spite of being shown that it is wrong. The raw styles seem to be referencing some Roman historical persons. Probably because of the ending of the word, which is similar to how Roman names usually ended. The non-raw style is delicate, pink and dreamy and totally feminine. And the raw style has some really intense red coloring. Nudiustertian, meaning the day before yesterday. But interestingly, Midjourney brings up more sea creatures with this. Also with the style codes. The non-raw style has some pink underwater plants that don't exist. And the raw style seems to be doing some blue and purple enhanced strange sea creatures. Maybe they do live somewhere out there, but we haven't seen them yet. Crepuscular, meaning relating to twilight. I have heard this word somewhere before, but I had no idea what it means. It does seem to generate some pretty images, especially with the raw style. The non-raw style did some weird half-alien looking futuristic figures for us. And the raw style is kind of random, but I liked the colors on it. So, those were the obscure words and what they look like. I hope you learned something new from this video, so thank you for watching. I do apologize for the lack of videos lately. I have had a lot going on in my personal life, but I hope to get back to the groove of releasing videos more often once version 6 comes along. But let's continue prompting.